Hello and welcome. My name is Dr. Paul Toot, President and founder of National Pre-Med Consulting and author of the book Acing the Medical School Admission Process. Today, I would like to welcome you and tell you how happy I am that you are joining us today and the fact that you are showing a genuine interest into your destiny of becoming a physician. I am so excited that you are here today, and I know that you will benefit from the information that we will be sharing today. This information is going to greatly increase your knowledge of the medical school admission process. So let's get started. Today we will be doing an overview of the topic, and in this overview we will be discussing the fact that it's a numbers game. We will look at the requirements, we will look at college preparation, and then we will discuss the application process. It's a numbers game. Everyone who is applying to medical school knows that it is a very competitive field. But let's look at the data. Recent data released shows that there are 133 accredited MD granting schools in the United States and 28 DO granting schools in the United States. The number of applications to the MD granting schools in 2010, as reported by the American Medical College Application Service, was 42,742. The number of applications that these applicants generated was 580,304 applications. Out of the 42,742 applicants that applied, 18,665 were accepted. That is less than 50%. The number of first-time applicants in that pool of 42,742 was 31,834, basically leaving about 10,000 applicants that reapplied from the previous year of 2009. What are the general requirements? A lot of times my clients will ask me, well, Dr. Toot, what are some of the classes that I should be taking? Well, I tell them that medical school requires that you take general chemistry, general physics, organic chemistry, and general biology. Some medical schools require that you take a high-level calculus class or a high-level English class. Please contact the medical school that you're interested in and find out what are their particular requirements. You need to take the medical college admission test in order to be accepted into the majority of medical schools in the United States. There are a few exceptions, however, depending on the type of program that you are applying to. You need references, and this is a topic unto itself. Many times I speak with my clients and I tell them that if you want to get accepted into medical school, your references are extremely important. You should not just walk up to someone and ask them for a reference. This needs to be a well thought out process. It needs to be strategic so that your references can put you in the best light possible for the medical school admission committee. The application process. Well, a general overview of the application process. This is where you will apply to one of the application services, whether it be AMCAS or ACOMAS, and we'll talk about that a little later. These are the two application services in the United States that handle the majority of the medical schools. There is some exceptions like the centralized application service in the state of Texas. College preparation. While you are in college, it's important to know what you should be majoring in. Now, I'm going to dispel a myth for you. Many of my clients believe that they have to be pre-med majors, but guess what? That is not the case. You can major in any field that you like. Many of the applicants who are applying to medical school are doing pre-med as their major when they can be doing something else that they enjoy and get better grades and have a better transcript, thus increasing their chances of getting into medical school. So I'm happy to dispel that myth. So if you were planning on doing pre-med just because you felt you had to, well, lucky for you, you really don't have to. So you should sit down and talk with your medical school pre-health advisor, or feel free to contact us at National Pre-Med Consulting. We'll be happy to work with you on this issue. When do I take the MCAT? Well, the MCAT is offered multiple times throughout the year, and you should be taking that MCAT in your third year. When do I apply? You should be applying in your third year of college, and this allows you to get your application in, and your fourth year is generally reserved for focusing on the interview process and completing all of your college requirements for your degree. There are two types of physicians. There are DOs, of which I am one, and there are MDs. The DOs apply to the ACOMAS system, and the MDs apply to the AMCAS system. These are the two major applications services that are available in the United States. However, as I said earlier, certain states like Texas have a centralized application service that you may need to use. You need to know the amount of time for a typical application to med school. And when we say typical, this is just generally an average ballpark number. When you are applying to medical school, I say give yourself at least 6 months from the time you send that application in up to the time that you receive our interview. It may be sooner, but there are so many variables. Your transcript, letters of recommendation, all of that stuff needs to be verified. And once that is verified by the application service, it is then sent to the medical school, who does a second review, and then they do a selection. And during that selection, if you are selected for an interview, you have to then go through the interview, and then you will be notified if you are accepted. And a little about the interview. I'm going to tell you how many people in times past used to look at the interview. And they thought the interview was it. If you got an interview, hey, you are in medical school. But let me give you a current way of looking at this. Most medical schools, let's use an example of a medical school that has a class of 200 as their entering class number. Well, that medical school is not going to just interview 200 people. They are probably going to interview anywhere from 600 to 800 persons for those 200 seats for many different reasons. So if you are one of those 800 people that get an invitation to the medical school, that does not mean that you are going to be one of those 200. So you need to think about this as an opportunity for you to raise your game. You need to bring your A game when you are going to the interview, because that interview is extremely, extremely important. So just giving you some current insight on that. Now we have to discuss it. If you are rejected from the medical school of which you applied to, then there are a lot of things that you will have to go over in your mind. And I think this is an opportunity for you to improve and you to gain knowledge. So what I want you to do is find out from the medical school why you were rejected, and then I want you to improve on those points. If you are accepted, then congratulations to you, job well done, and you're on the road to becoming a physician. Well, at National Pre-Med Consulting, we like to give you more than you ever thought you would get. So here are some bonuses. What to do if you're not ready to apply to medical school after college? Well, if you're not ready to apply to medical school after college, then that's okay. What you should be doing is you should be increasing the amount of information on your resume. You should be either doing some research, you should be getting better grades if that is necessary, or you should be doing some introspective thinking and saying, is this the career for me? Is this what I want to do? And if the answer is yes, then by all means, go ahead and apply in the next application cycle, and hopefully you will get in. What to do if you're rejected? We talked about that a little bit. If you are rejected, then you need to find out why you were rejected. You need to do a review of everything that you did. And you, in your heart of heart, will know if you gave it your best shot. If you did not give it your best shot, then this is the time to raise your game and give your best shot to the medical school. And last but not least, always get help along the way. I want you to be dedicated to becoming the best applicant that you can be. And here at National Pre-Med Consulting, we love working with energetic, determined candidates who want to make their dreams a reality. And we will help you as best as we can. We are behind you 110%, knowing that if you are committed to your dream of becoming a physician, we can help you. We will help you, because that is what we're here for. Once again, I want to thank you so much for sharing this time with us today. My name is Dr. Paul Toot, and you can contact us at www.nationalpremedconsulting.com. You can also contact us on Facebook, and I want to encourage you to join our Facebook team. I want you to come and become a fan of our Facebook site and like us on Facebook and tell someone about us, because we offer a lot of great incentives on Facebook, free updates, free webinars. All of our blogs and articles can be found on Facebook. So please join us. Thank you for joining us on Facebook in advance. You can follow us on Twitter at Pre-Med Coach. And then my webpage on Facebook is Dr. Paul Toot. And I look forward to linking up with you on Facebook. Once again, thank you so much for spending the time with us. And as I tell all of my clients, success to you. Success to you.